What is up, everybody? It's Razor, and I have what I believe is going to be a pretty crazy video to the Dark Souls community. Um, as I am aware of, as me recording this, I have not seen any videos about this, and if there has been, I don't know about it. I don't believe Vada Vidya or Vada Vista, or I don't know what his name is, Vada Vidya has done a video on this, and he's very I guess current, you could say, with Dark Souls lore. But me as a person, I'm kind of into lore as the game. I like the stories that people create, whether they may or may not be true. And I've never been very much for creating anything, or really, I've speculated with my friends, but I've never really put anything forward until now, which is something really weird. I'm going to try to put pictures and images up on the screen. I'm not really good at this type of stuff, hopefully. But I'm going to kind of continue, or start off how I came to find this out and what I was doing. So I was on the Dark Souls 2 wiki, and I was looking up the bosses because I wanted to see how many more bosses of the game I had to fight. And I was just looking around, I was clicking on bosses, and I found some cool information about just some of them. So I decided, hey, why not go back to some of the older bosses I fought and see if there's any cool information about them. So I went through the bosses, and nothing really popped out at me until we got to the Sinner. Now, the first thing I found out about the Sinner is that it's a girl. The Sinner is a she, which is interesting. I just thought that was kind of cool. We'll get to that later, though, why that is somewhat important. Now, as you know, the the beginning of Dark Souls 2, you have to get the 4 great souls. You get one from the Sinner, the Rodden, Duke's Dear Freja, and the Old Iron King. We found in their respective areas. And you get those 4 souls. Why does that sound familiar? 4 souls. That rings a bell somehow. Did anyone play Dark Souls 1? If you did, you should know what I'm talking about. When you play Dark Souls 1, after you beat Ornstein and Smog, you have to get the giant Lord Souls. And there's 4 that you get. You get 1 from the Bed of Chaos, 1 from Gravelord Nito, 1 from Seath the Scaleless, and 1 from the 4 Kings. How does this connect? I'll tell you why. Obviously, you get 4 souls in Dark Souls 1 and 4 souls in Dark Souls 2. I have reason to believe that these are the same souls. Reason being, when you go to play Dark Souls 2 on a subsequent playthrough of the same playthrough, or same file, when you go to fight the 4 great souls, the souls are different. And what led me to believe this is that the soul that you get from killing the Sinner is called the Old Witch Soul. Now, if you remember, the Bed of Chaos, or as I remember in a way, or the basic idea of it, is that the main witch, or one of the Sisters of Chaos, got corrupted when they tried to do something to the First Flame. I don't really remember what. I'm not really that good at lore. But you can find the story, and it's kind of roughly along the same lines. There were witches, and the Sinner drops an Old Witch Soul after you kill him kill her for the second time. Now, I'm not trying to say that the Sinner is a witch. It might be. But if it drops an Old Witch Soul, that's kind of like the Great Soul that you get from the Bed of Chaos. Now, you might be thinking, that's a pretty rough connection that you drew there. And I thought so also. But after this, it intrigued me to go check the other 3. And the one that really got me was the Dear Duke's Freja. And the soul that she drops is the Old Pale Drake soul. Well, that doesn't really sound familiar, because there isn't any enemy that you fought called the Pale Drake. Unless his name was Seath the Scaleless, because Seath the Scaleless is pale. And now, if you go through all the other ones, the Rodden drops the old dead one's soul and kind of looks like Nito, which that's pretty freaky. And then you fight the old Iron King, who drops an old king soul. Now, I just thought to bring this up because I've never seen anyone bring it up before. So, obviously, the sinner, last sinner, or lost sinner, I don't really remember which one it is, could maybe be one of the Witches of Chaos. It would make a lot of sense in a way, because it drops the old witch soul. Then you go to the Rodden, which, the Rodden's a big, giant, fleshy thing of corpse. And so is Nito. And in fact, I believe, since I really haven't seen any pictures of them, they look almost identical in basic form. I mean, Nito has one giant weapon in his hand, and so does the Rodden, in the form of a butcher's knife, I believe. That's very, very similar. But, or before I say that, the old Iron King drops an old king soul. Is it possible that the old Iron King is one of the 4 kings? Wouldn't be that too hard of a stretch, I guess. But the last one that doesn't make sense is the Geoduke's Freja. Why does a big spider have an albino dragon soul? Doesn't really make sense. And that's where I kind of draw the blank on this one. And I need you guys as a community to hopefully help me. Maybe we can get that a video or whatever his name is. Please excuse me for not knowing and being somewhat ignorant of this involved. And we can get a lot of the community involved. Because there's something that I think maybe we have as a community overlooked. And I'm saying this as if this has not been discovered before me. Or at least I have not seen it been brought up. Maybe there's something that we've overlooked, that there's a bigger part to this story than whatever the main story is. There seems to be some type of relation between the 4 Great Souls of Dark Souls 1 and the 4 Souls of Great Souls of Dark Souls 2. What does this mean? I don't know. I'm not a giant lore person, but there's definitely a connection. And us as a community need to find out. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your comments as to your theories down below. And hopefully we can get the ball rolling to figure this one out. My name's Razor, and I'll see you next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share to all the Dark Souls lore historians that you know.